We got last week's winner here, Lance Towne. And boy, I'll tell you what, I wasn't here, but my boy had some video of that race. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Tractioned up, a little easier to drive on, and between the Phoenix car and my crew chief Tommy, and then our Driscoll motors, it was fast.
Looked like you and Tim pretty well had them covered. It must be nice to have two of these Phoenix cars up front. And I noticed we got a third one there tonight. Who's that?
Lewis Jackson. He's from out in Wellsville, where we're from, and he's been doing pretty good this year. So it'd be nice to have all three of us up there, 1, 2, 3 tonight.
That would look really good. I agree with you. But where did you race at? I mean, this was your first win here at Lakeside. Have you raced here before?
I've raced here before. This is my third year actually driving a dirt car. We traveled around some of the USMTS stuff, and then Wheatland, and then some of the local stuff, but mostly local. But just getting my feet wet. So that first win was a lot of fun.
I was going to say, it's got to be great to come in here because we all know the prestige of Lakeside Speedway. Plus, man, just a bunch of quality drivers here to probably compete with anybody out there, even sometimes out on the USMTS. But Lance had to be a thrill to be able to do that.
Yeah, just to know that I had Kerry Davis and Tim Carrick and all those guys, and Darren Fuqua, all of them behind me was pretty exciting.
Looks like another heavy track. Now, that was one thing I heard last week was a pretty heavy track. Is that going to be a good deal for you? You like the heavy tracks?
I seem to do better on a heavy track. With our setup and the power we got, it seems to work real well.
I was going to say, that power, you can lay it down on them heavy tracks. You sure can. What about old Tim out there? You going to be able to keep him in hand tonight? Maybe get out in front of him tonight?
I hope. I need to get out in front of him early, because if he wouldn't have had trouble with the lap car and then broke a ball joint, he'd have probably been back up there giving me a hard time.
I was going to say, when that guy gets out front, look out, because he can get gone real quick. But Lance, let me congratulate you on the first win here at Lakeside Speedway. And all I can say is have fun tonight, man.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
Oh, we've got the winner of 3A mains here so far for the Grand Nationals, Tim Shields. Tim, I'm beginning to wonder if it's going to be kind of like the Royals. Are you going to make a run? And, you know, there was talk of, 162 wins. But, man, on a roll so far.
Yeah, you take them when you can get them, you know. They don't come easy.
Well, and you've done it on all different kinds of tracks so far, because for the first 3 weeks has been everything: dry, heavy.
Thick, heavy, muddy, sloppy, a little rough. Might be a little rough tonight.
Is it soft out there? You went out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So the track could possibly come apart?
It's possible, yeah. I think it might. Let's say down to 1 and 2, I felt a few bumps, so.
Yeah, I was going to say 1 and 2 usually where it's at.
Yeah, that's where it's always at.
But is this still a Winkler chassis, and what's the power?
Wicked Chassis is the name of it, and Jason Parks from Hoodland Chassis, he does the rest of the chassis work on it. So, and power's Tom Grist, Grist Power. So out at Topeka.
I seen boy, that old I can't think of his name now, but ran second to you last year in the points, Donaldson.
Oh, Gary, yeah.
But I see his old car, man. It's hanging right in there, right around you in second place with that Johnson boy.
Yeah, of course, you got the Johnsons right there. You know, you can't count them out.
I was going to say, them young kids are picking it up.
Yes, they are. It's anybody's race. So.
Well, and you got, not Baker, I can't remember the other guy's name. Boy, I'm having a terrible time here tonight.
I'm the same way.
But anyway, I mean, it's not like there's no competition. It's just nobody's been able to find that right setup and that right line yet to run with it.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of the year stuff. We're usually, I don't know, pretty good right out of the box. Yeah. And then everybody else, they're right there with us. I mean, I'm telling you, don't cut nobody short.
I was going to say, that's that veteran stuff. Yeah. When you come out of the box real good like
that. With that.
Anyway, Tim.
Like I said, I need to put a word out, get a few more of these cars out here. So they're really, it's a fun class. So I like it.
You know, and the thing I like about it is it's a different look. I mean, we've got 2 modified classes now, right. And this kind of gives you that old late model look, and I love watching them run. I'm with you. We need some more cars.
Right. So yeah, if I had the money, I'd be running a late model, but this is a cheaper version. So.
But anyway, Tim, let me congratulate you on 3 wins. I know somebody's going to be up there giving you a hard time here one of these days. Can't go on forever.
Oh, no.
Just the way it is, because that's racing.
That's the way it is. So, thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.
Got Kevin Anderson here, and Kevin, you have won 2 out of the 3A mains so far here at Lakeside for the start of the season. You got to be really happy because one week I think was a pretty bad dry slick, other week was pretty tacky.
Yeah, the tracks were totally different, so that's good. We got a couple different setups, but yeah, we've been lucky. We've been good. The luck's going our way. So we were pretty fast last year, but we seemed like we always got into something. Some the spin or a motor quit running or just didn't quite have the luck. And this year the luck's going our way, and we're gonna ride it as long as she'll let us. So. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that's kind of amazed me about it is this 3-wheel setup that you've been running.
Yeah.
It seems to work on both tracks. I don't know. Would that normally be a dry slick setup or a tacky track setup?
I mean, that's what we're always setting it up for the dry track. That's where we struggle the most, and that's where we want to be the fast. And when it gets tacky like it was last week, there's so much mud, and then the mud starts packing on the car, and all the crevices and things get heavy, and it starts to get real. The nose comes up a lot. So it's not an intention to be that high, but it is an intention to have a lot of drive off and get bite and try to get off the corner faster. We just don't like it to see it up that high. We'd like to get it closer to the ground.
Yeah, you were telling me when the car's on the inside, especially when you're down low, it's kind of hard to see where the guy is. So tonight, going to be all 4 on the ground?
Well, we'll see. It's pretty tacky. So we've got a lot of moisture in it. We'll see. We did a couple changes, try to move some weight around so you weren't leaning over too much, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more under control and just as fast, hopefully.
Everybody loves the winner. Why don't you tell me what the chassis is and who's making the power on this hot rod?
Yeah, so it's a medieval chassis, fast lane engine, and both of those companies are awesome to work with, and they've, Jesse at Medieval has helped me a bunch, and Fast Lane's always there to help no matter what, and of course, AM's Oil is a big sponsor of ours and helps us out with the oils and the transmission fluids and the lubricants. So Jeremy Smith with Smith Quality Oils, got to thank them, and then of course Missouri Organic and the Urban Lumber Company, and so we definitely appreciate that.
One thing I wanted to mention, Kevin didn't say it, but Mr. Crooks, this was for you.
That's right, Denny Crooks. Maybe we'll get another one for you tonight.
Anyway, thanks a lot, Kevin, and man, let's have some fun tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Got Kevin Anderson here, and Kevin, you have won 2 out of the 3A mains so far here at Lakeside for the start of the season. You got to be really happy because one week I think was a pretty bad dry slick, other week was pretty tacky.
Yeah, the tracks were totally different, so that's good. We got a couple different setups, but yeah, we've been lucky. We've been good. The luck's going our way. So we were pretty fast last year, but we seemed like we always got into something. Some the spin or a motor quit running or just didn't quite have the luck. And this year the luck's going our way, and we're gonna ride it as long as she'll let us. So. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that's kind of amazed me about it is this 3-wheel setup that you've been running.
Yeah.
It seems to work on both tracks. I don't know. Would that normally be a dry slick setup or a tacky track setup?
I mean, that's what we're always setting it up for the dry track. That's where we struggle the most, and that's where we want to be the fast. And when it gets tacky like it was last week, there's so much mud, and then the mud starts packing on the car, and all the crevices and things get heavy, and it starts to get real. The nose comes up a lot. So it's not an intention to be that high, but it is an intention to have a lot of drive off and get bite and try to get off the corner faster. We just don't like it to see it up that high. We'd like to get it closer to the ground.
Yeah, you were telling me when the car's on the inside, especially when you're down low, it's kind of hard to see where the guy is. So tonight, going to be all 4 on the ground?
Well, we'll see. It's pretty tacky. So we've got a lot of moisture in it. We'll see. We did a couple changes, try to move some weight around so you weren't leaning over too much, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more under control and just as fast, hopefully.
Everybody loves the winner. Why don't you tell me what the chassis is and who's making the power on this hot rod?
Yeah, so it's a medieval chassis, fast lane engine, and both of those companies are awesome to work with, and they've, Jesse at Medieval has helped me a bunch, and Fast Lane's always there to help no matter what, and of course AM's Oil is a big sponsor of ours and helps us out with the oils and the transmission fluids and the lubricants. So Jeremy Smith with Smith Quality Oils. Got to thank them, and then of course Missouri Organic and the Urban Lumber Company, and so we definitely appreciate that.
One thing I wanted to mention, Kevin didn't say it, but Mr. Crooks, this was for you.
That's right, Denny Crooks. Maybe we'll get another one for you tonight.
Anyway, thanks a lot, Kevin, and man, let's have some fun tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We've got Brad Smith here, the winner of the B-Mod A main last week here at Lakeside, and Brad had to come from back in the pack. I think it was 12th, if I remember right, up to the front. Had to do some racing there, buddy, on a heavy track.
Oh yeah, I love that passing bit. That's the name of the game. Even if I'd have finished second, I still had fun. So and that's what we're doing all year this year. We kind of dedicated this whole season to my Uncle Troll. We buried him a couple months back or whatever, some bad issues, but he's not fighting any demons now. Yeah. So we're just out here having fun for him. And that's it. So. I was
gonna say, it's good just to see him at rest, not having all that pain.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we actually I had to go deep and actually ask him last week. I was like, Troll, tell me what to do, and then my good friend Terry Bruner come down. And I think Troll was working through him a little bit, and he said, "Let's do this, Brad. Let's try it." And shoot, if it didn't work, So I got to say thanks to Terry Bruner. He helped me out a bunch.
That's a good story, man.
Yeah. No.
See old Mike Higley's here tonight. I guess I better talk to the mic. I see Higley's here tonight. I know you guys can really put on a show sometimes. Is the track going to present that to us? Is what I want to know. It's kind of heavy. Could it be one lane?
I don't know about one lane. It really wasn't one lane last week. I did come from 12th. I think it'll gain a cushion a little bit, but it's going to be mid-track. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it might be a car position, where you start, where you finish type deal, whatever, but I hope not. I mean, I hope to repeat from what we did last week, so we'll see what happens.
One thing else we got to add in there, we got to talk about the old Nolanator. Boy, Noel has been doing some good stuff out here too, so can't count that guy out either. He's going to be in the mix, I think, by race time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Ed's going to be there at the end no matter what. I think he had – and I asked him last week too. I said, did you have fun, coming up through the field? And he said, yeah, it was a blast. But, I think he's going to be there at the end. So my hat's off to him for winning them 2 in a row. I don't know if I'm happy about, killing his little streak or whatever. But, hey, it is racing, so it is what it is. But, that team's really come along a long ways from last year's stuff. I knew he was going to get one this year. And, shoot, he's already got 2. So I bet you he gets 3 and 4 here pretty soon.
Man, I'm looking forward to this, A-Main. This could stack up to be a really good deal. I know I'm kind of holding everything up, so, man, have some fun.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Off at turn 4. Here we go. Green flag skyward. Brad Smith with a jump down into turn 1. Jaden Bears battles Dustin Gilbert for second. Gilbert gets around Bears in the 2. He'll move into the second spot. Jaden Bears, the 20, back to third. Brad Smith will bring him off at turn 4 for lap number 1. Brad Smith down the back straightaway. Here comes Dustin Gilbert. Gilbert in the 2 took a look to the inside. He'll settle back in behind Smith. Monty Mitchell, the 53, off the pace down the back straightaway. Brad Smith, your leader of the 99. The 2 of Dustin Gilbert. Go ahead into turn number 3. Matt Pugh has the 38 up into the third spot. Action back here through the Speedway. At 5th position, Luke Neiman, the 181, sits in the 5th spot. Right behind him, Sam Schuler. Schuler in the 44 trying to get around Neiman for that 5th spot. Brad Smith out front right now. Smith. Caution on the Speedway to 15 of Ed Knoll. The 38 of Matt Pugh as we look for the green flag. Brad Smith will lead him down the back straightaway. Shad Turner trying to take that third spot away from Matt Pugh. Not able to make it happen. Pugh in the 38 will hold on to third. Now Dustin Gilbert to the inside of Brad Smith. The 2 looking for the lead here on lap number 5. And give it to the 2. Dustin Gilbert takes away the top spot. He'll move Brad Smith, the 99, back to second. Then the 38 of Matt Pugh sits third. Side-by-side battle up front. Dustin Gilbert, the 2 on the inside. Now he'll pull out in front of the 99. Dustin Gilbert, good run for the 2 here at Christie's Tasty Queen night at the races in Lakeside. Gilbert now pulls about a 2-car length lead over 99 of Brad Smith. Smith moves the Kenny Style 99 right up on the rear bumper. Halfway point, and Gilbert continues to lead. Shad Turner now. Turner to the inside of Matt Pugh for that third spot as Gilbert pulls away from Smith going down the back straightaway. And your third and fourth place cars closing in on the 99 of Brad Smith. Good race here in our USRA B-Mod A main with 8 laps down, 7 to go. And now Shad Turner clears the 38. He'll move up into the third spot. Dustin Gilbert continues to lead. Brad Smith looking for a way around Gilbert. Smith in the Kenny Style number 99. 9 laps down, 6 to go this time by, and Smith to the high side. He'll look for a way to get around Gilbert on the high side. Gilbert sticks right where he's been all night long on the inside. Dustin Gilbert out front, a little bobble there. Able to maintain the lead. Looks like Gilbert got real close to the infield tires in turn 4. Now here comes Brad Smith back to the high side. Smith retakes the lead as they go into turn 3. Lap number 11, we've got 4 to go. Brad Smith back out front in the 99. Dustin Gilbert working that low line. Here he comes again. On the brakes for just a second. Not able to pull the pass off coming off at turn 2. See, 3 laps to go this time around. Your leaders start to close in on lap traffic. Brad Smith down the back straightaway, starting to put distance between him and Dustin Gilbert now. Shad Turner has the 17 in the third spot. Randall Schiffelbein Jr. up into fourth in the 11 junior. 2 to go this time by. Down the back straightaway. Brad Smith out front in the 99. He's got to get around the 23 of Mandy Chick as laps wind down. White flag waves this time by for Brad Smith. Smith will work his way around the 23 of Mandy Chick. Dustin Gilbert looks to the inside. He'll try to make the pass. And here comes your leader off at turn 4. Checkered flag skyward. And your feature winner, the 99, Brad Smith. So Brad Smith in the 99 doubles up, picking up for that feature he won last week. He backs it up again this week. So Brad Smith picks up the win. Good run for the 2 of Dustin Gilbert. He'll come home second. Another strong run for Shad Turner. He finishes in that third spot. And Randall Schiffelbein Jr. will come home in your 4th spot. That puts our USRA B mods green on the Speedway. Side by side into turn number 1. Seifert in the 37. Powell in the 20. Thomas Roberts. Wow, what a shot there. Roberts bumps into the 37 of Seifert. Gives the Seifert a shove down the back straightaway. Coming around for lap number 1. Jim Powell leads lap number 1. Justin Seifert sits second. Seifert in the 37. Then it's the 65 of Thomas Roberts. Last week's feature winner, Kevin Anderson, the 417, sits 5th. Sean Foster in the 55 and Todd Staley, the 14, battling for that 5th position. Powell looking for his first feature win here at Lakeside Speedway. The 37 to Seifert sits second. Kevin Anderson moves that 417 up into the 3rd spot. Now he looks to the inside of Seifert. Anderson on the move here for lap number 2. Powell, your leader. Good battle for second, the 417. Kevin Anderson, the 37 of Justin Seifert, and right behind them, the 65 of Thomas Roberts. And Roberts has got company. Here comes the 55 of Foster. Todd Staley has the 14 in that 6th position. Jim Powell Jr. out front in the 20. Kevin Anderson trying to reel him in. Anderson looking for that 3rd feature win. Here Lakeside. 37 of Justin Seifert continues to sit in that 3rd spot. We got action all throughout the field. 6 laps down, 9 to go. And Anderson has closed the gap. Here comes Anderson. Right on the rear bumper of Jim Powell as we go into turn 3. Anderson gives him a little tap, says, hey, I'm back here. At the halfway point, down the front straightaway, Jim Powell Jr. leads into turn 1. 7 laps down, 8 to go. Powell leads him down the back straightaway with Anderson. Another good run off of 2. Look to the inside, thought different, backs up. Powell holds on to that spot as we come around for lap number 8. Kevin Anderson, a little bobble through 1 and 2. Anderson loses a little distance to your leader. Powell looking strong here in the USRA Stock Car A main. He'll bring the field down to lap number 9. Powell out front. We'll get the lap number 10 this time around. 2-car breakaway. And here comes Anderson to the inside this time as they go into turn 3. Anderson looks to get around the 20 of Powell. Powell battles back on the high side. As they come off at turn 4, side by side. At the line, dead heat from here. Powell working that high line. Anderson moves to the inside. Powell with a good run off at 2. He'll retake the lead as they go down the back straightaway. Kevin Anderson retakes the lead as they go by the start finish line. But Powell back on the high side. Powell's got that high line figured out through 1 and 2. As your leaders close in on lap traffic, let's see who gets around them better. Powell moves down to the inside. 13 laps down, this time by 2 to go. And Anderson to the inside now. Your leader's trying to get around the 97J of Jeff Elder. Anderson takes him down into turn 3. They'll see the white flag, and here comes Powell. Powell looking to battle back. White flag waves one more time. Kevin Anderson picks up the lead. Down the back straightaway, they'll head into turn number 3. Kevin Anderson looking for another feature win here at Lakeside Speedway. Checkers wave off at turn 4. Kevin Anderson picks up the win. So your USRA stock car, A main, goes like this. Kevin Anderson picks up another feature win in the USRA stock cars. Jim Powell Jr. in the 20P comes home second. Powell leads all but 3 laps. And then Justin Seifert comes home in that 3rd spot. So Kevin Anderson picks up your USRA stock car. Hey, man, as we get ready now for the modifieds. As we get ready for our 20-lap A main off at turn 4, green waves. Lewis Jackson asleep on that start. Tim Setzer takes off in the 51. Lance Towne, the 21, battling with Kerry Davis for second. Towne will take that second spot. So we come around for lap number 1. Tim Setzer, the 51. Lance Towne, the 21. Kerry Davis in the 68. Lewis Jackson up to battle. Lewis Jackson battling with Austin Johnson for 3rd. Jackson makes the pass. That'll move the 98 of Johnson back to that 5th spot. Battle up front, the 21 of Lance Towne, your feature winner from last week. Towne currently sits second. Tim Setzer in the 51 runs in that top spot. Tim Setzer leads them down the back straightaway. Lance Towne sits second. Kerry Davis 3rd. Lewis Jackson in the 4th spot in the battle for 5th. Fuqua the 87. Johnson the 98. Fuqua looking for that 5th spot, and he will take it. Down to turn 1 the field goes. Working lap number 4 of 20 laps here in our USRA modified A main. 2-car breakaway for right now. Tim Setzer looking strong. Setzer out front, right behind him, the 21 of Lansdowne. The 51 of Setzer out front. And Towne, a little slide job there in turn 3, trying to get around the 51 of Setzer. Setzer holds him off. He'll lead lap number 6.
Hey guys.
Caution on the Speedway. The 21 of Larry Clausen brings out the caution over in turn number 4. Green on the Speedway. Here we go. Down the front straightaway, Lansdowne trying to hold off Kerry Davis. Davis trying to take that second spot. Davis up the hill. Here comes Lewis Jackson. Jackson pulls alongside Davis for third. Out front, Tim Setzer. Lewis Jackson on a good run. Jackson moves up into the third spot. And now here comes Darren Fuqua. Fuqua on the 87. Up to battle Kerry Davis, the 68. Tim Setzer checking out on the field, though, as we come around for lap number 8. 12 to go this time by. And Tim Carrick on the move. Carrick up to battle Johnson in the 98. Coming around on lap number 9, Tim Setzer. Out front, Lansdowne sits second. Lewis Jackson third in the 3L. Kerry Davis fourth, the 68. And then Darren Fuqua, your top 5. Tim Carrick gets around the 98 of Johnson. Caution on the Speedway. Over in turn number 4, the 21 of Larry Clausen one more time. 87 of Darren Fuqua. Tim Carrick the 1K, and we look for the green flag off at turn 4. Setzer off one more time. And here comes Lansdowne to the inside, not able to make the pass. Setzer will hold him off. Battle for third, Lewis Jackson. Into turn number, look out.
Yellow, 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 guys. Turn 4.
Off at turn number 4, 10 laps remaining. Tim Setzer takes him down the front straightaway. Lansdowne runs right up on the rear bumper. Drove in a little too hard. Setzer pulls away. Setzer, your leader, down the back straightaway. Setzer, Lansdowne, Tim Carrick, good run for the 1K, up into the third spot. Battle for fourth, Mark Schaffman. Schaffman and Austin Johnson with a little contact down the front straightaway, and Lewis Jackson takes advantage. Jackson looks to the inside, gets around Schaffman, now looks to go around Johnson. And the 13 of Eric Hanna goes around now. Off at turn 4, green one more time. Into turn 1, Setzer. Towne with a much better run, pulls alongside Setzer. Setzer will hold on to the lead. He'll drive down the back straightaway. Tim Carrick, the 1K, sits in that third spot along with Lewis Jackson. Jackson runs fourth. And now, Towne right on the rear bumper of Setzer. Setzer will lead him into turn number 3. Towne wants to double up. Last week's feature winner sits in that second position. 5 to go this time by. Setzer, the 51, Towne the 21, 2-car breakaway. Then to the third spot, the 1, Tim Carrick. Lewis Jackson, the 3L, sits in that 4th spot as we've got 3 laps to go this time around. Laps winding down. Working lap number 18. Down the back straightaway, Tim Setzer has started to distance himself from the field now. Setzer, the 51, sees the white flag off at turn 4. One more lap here in our USRA Modified A main. And off at turn 4. Checkered wave. Tim Setzer picks up the win tonight. Lance Towne will come home second. Tim Carrick, the 1K, will get third, and Lewis Jackson, your top 4. Jackson, after that early race caution, races his way back to the 4th spot. But tonight from Archie, Missouri, the 51 of Tim Setzer picks up the USRA Modified A main.
Well, Tim, nothing broke this week. You didn't clean no walls off, and you pulled out the win here at Lakeside for the USRA A mods.
Yeah, feel good. We had a lot of cautions. I was wondering what was going to happen every time a caution would come out. Like it gave them another chance to get me. But yeah, it was fun.
And it was kind of a narrow track. What I want to know is if the track would have been just a little wider, you think Lance might have got you? Because man, he gets some runs up on inside of you, but he backed off.
Yeah, I'm sure if he would have had a little more track, because the high side of the groove was in the middle of the track.
Right.
Yeah. So
it didn't look too wide, and he was giving you plenty of room. Got to give Lance kudos for that, because he probably could have bounced you a little bit and went on by, but he played it fair.
Yeah, well, he wasn't as hungry since he won last week.
Okay.
I'm sure he was hungry. I'm sure if he had a chance, he would have took it. I could see him, especially on the starts. He would poke a nose coming out of 2. So.
Man, what's the deal here with these Phoenix cars? You know, the other car over here, Lewis, he come up finished 4th, so yeah.
He's not a Phoenix. He's got some of our Phoenix technology, maybe.
Working on it. Oh,
Tommy technology.
Tommy.
The crew chief.
Anyway, that was some good stuff, man. Almost a 1-2-3 finish for you guys all right here in a row, but you got to be happy with any win you can get here at Lakeside.
Oh gosh, yeah. We got that one last year, and it was cool. Now to get another one to back it up, it's just as good.
Yeah, well, and like I say, Phoenix 2 weeks in a row, so you got to be proud of that. But who's making the power for this hot rod?
Driscoll Enterprise out of Wellsville, and we got Towne Oil Company or Towne Oil Field Service on the car. Kaiser Performance Products, CPD Shocks, Kaiser, Integra Shocks. I don't know, I'm sure I'm missing a few. For the guys at Phoenix, if anybody needs Phoenix, we'll put one together for you, and you'll have just what we have.
You know, I've been seeing these things. I think it kind of started last year. I've seen a few B mods pulling some stuff out with these Phoenix, and now kind of moving into the A mods. But I'm sure they were last year, but I missed them.
Yeah, Andy Bryant's doing real good in his Phoenix, and we've got one actually at the shop all put together. It just if we don't sell it in the next few weeks, I think Lance is going to get in it. So we'll see what happens.
Answer me this. You got a phone number or a Facebook or something for them?
Yeah, we got TOS Motorsports on Facebook, and you could private message me, or Tim Setzer Racing, either one, and just private message me, and we'll get you hooked up.
There you go, guys. I mean, they look fast. I don't know what else to say. They look like they're coming on.
They're well-built cars. Yeah. And they'll last. They're not throwaway cars.
Yeah, okay. Tim, congratulations, buddy. It's always good to see you in Victory Circle. So we're out tomorrow night.
Wheatland, unless it rains. And then we'll just family time, I guess.
There you go. That sounds like me. I'll go race RC.
Yeah. All righty. Thanks.
Once again, Tim, congratulations, man.
Thanks for everything you do. All right.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks, Tim.